Buenos dias. This is Kaipacho with the weekly Pele report, and I'm out here in the desert. I mean, I don't know if it's technically a desert, but after Costa Rica, it sure feels like a desert. I mean, it's totally like hot and dry. It's Ojai, California. I don't know what the elevation is. I just got in here last night. This is an astrological report for May 30th, but I cannot tell a lie. It is not May 30th today. I start a workshop tonight, so I'm doing the Pele report a couple days early. So I haven't even really fully experienced that full moon in Gemini Sagittarius that's happening tomorrow. Actually, like tonight. Awesome. But by the time you get this report, okay, it's going to be after the full moon. The full moon will, the moon will still be in Sagittarius because she doesn't go into Capricorn until Thursday, yeah, which I'm going to say for you is tomorrow. And I mean, it gets a little intense. I mean, we've had this, Venus opposite Saturn, last week. Thank God everybody made it through that. If you're listening to the report, you're still alive. That was kind of a sad, sorrowful time, of breakups or possibly, recommitments or new commitments. But, just kind of dealing with laws, rules, boundaries, serious, sober conversations about love and relationship and partnership. Well, that may continue a little bit because the Venus does continue to move on into an opposition with Pluto by next Tuesday. But before she gets there, we've got a lucky break with the stars, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a kick-butt weekend. And I don't say that very often. But we've got a grand trine happening in water. Yeah, you can see it. It's actually a kite going on. And I put it Moon, Venus, Jupiter, Neptune, kite. Yeah, because there's a grand trine, Venus, Jupiter, Neptune, in the water signs. Really, really beautiful. She's exactly trine Jupiter on Friday, and exactly trine Neptune on Saturday, in California anyway. At the same time on Friday, Mercury is trine to Mars. So we've got these trines going on. The Sun is traveling along with Mercury. Okay, conjunct through Gemini. So we've got the Sun-Mercury conjunction, in that trine to Mars up there in Aquarius, with Venus coming through Cancer in a grand trine. I mean, come on, baby. The only thing, like I say, is, it's going to super lighten up on Saturday, okay, when the moon goes into Aquarius. But there may be just, a little bit of serious business going on, as Venus opposes Pluto and then opposes Black Moon Lilith, over that time period of Friday. But still, have a good time. Let me look at the camera and talk a little bit more about it. Okay, hola. Dun 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 dun. So what are we talking about? Well, we're talking about evolution. The evolution of the human species, the evolution of human consciousness. Let's talk about that for a little while. And we know that all evolution occurs through, with, and according to cycles. And astrology is the study of all the different cycles. So we're in vast cycles, the end of the patriarchy, the birth of a new paradigm, okay? The end of the age of Aquarius, the end of the age of Pisces, the beginning and the birth of the age of Aquarius, okay? And, Pluto going around through Capricorn for the first time in 240 years or so, okay, is another cycle. But, so we've got cycles upon cycles upon cycles. And I can't talk about all those cycles. It's too much, it's too many. You got to come to a workshop or you got to listen to these big long videos. Myself and the Dream Team just did a whole week-long course on Uranus moving into Taurus, discussing, explaining, answering questions all about Uranus. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, and it has so much to do with this age of Aquarius that we're coming into, because it has to do with liberation, enlightenment, opening into the foreign, new, future potentials and possibilities, creating new paradigms with technology, okay, with groups, with community, with global consciousness, okay, whether it's the ley lines. I mean, you know, technology opens up a whole world. It's not just pharmaceutical or genetic engineering or atom splitting and the CERN, and you know, but it's also, you know, very multi-dimensional and kind of like the dimensional windows opening up for us. I was just at Lightning in a Bottle. I'm gonna make a shirt, I survived lightning in a bottle. You know, I gotta say, so beautiful. I want to thank Isis and Eve and all the beautiful people that put on that festival. It took 4,500 people just to put it together, so that 30,000 people could come and join together and listen to some outrageous music with amazing light shows and amazing artistic expressions. And it was just like, this is the age of Aquarius. I mean, it was only 3 days of it. I had to boogie, but wow. You know, this is cooperation, this is community, and I just felt such a peace, such a open-heartedness and a friendship. So many people smiling, greeting each other as they crossed bridges. Everybody gave each other high fives. I mean, this is just like so much about what's coming, so much what is possible. And what really struck me is that it was in person. And I talked about Aquarius. I gave 5 talks at this, you know, at this event. One of them was just about the south node of the moon and Mars coming together in the sign of Aquarius for the next 6 months. I wrote another article on this for the OPA magazine that you could check out. I'll give it also to my community. But it has to do with the dangers of technology, the dangers of becoming screen people and losing the blood and the heart and the juicy connection of honest to God looking somebody in the eye, you know, and touching them on the shoulder and hugging them and talking to them in person. Whoa, huge difference than texting, than WhatsApp, than Instagram photos, than Facebook Messenger. It's a totally different reality. When we meet together in the flesh and blood, and we touch our same feet to Gaia in the same place, and we put all of our hands on the same rock, you know, and we chant together or drum together, you know, in the same circle, and you feel the live vibration of the voices. Well, that's what this time is about. The Sun conjunct Mercury moving through Gemini, the networker, the communicator. I just really want to encourage people to get together in groups and make circles. Yeah, this full moon and on the new moon, and it's just like, you know what, coming together is just so beautiful and powerful, and particularly now. Mercury trine Mars, Mars in Aquarius, Mercury in Gemini, Sun still, you know, in trine to Mars. I mean, this is just so communication, writing, speaking, sharing, opening, new thoughts, new ideas. This is where there's an alchemy, yeah? This Jupiter in Scorpio is alchemy, and that alchemy is a deeper understanding, and these deeper understandings come about in the moment. I mean, it's an ancient saying from the Bible, right? Where 2 or more are gathered, there is something magical about the moment in time where 2 auric fields or more, yes, where our magnetic fields come together. It creates kind of a vortex or a funnel where new thoughts and new ideas and new understanding can really really come through and come in. That's why I travel around doing workshops instead of sitting in an office somewhere, okay, or just like walking alone by myself. I tell you, I get more new information coming through when I sit in circle, okay, than sometimes even when I meditate. Yeah, it's just like the energy of the group is so powerful. So when we have these kinds of aspects going on, okay, Jupiter trine Neptune, Neptune in Pisces, the collective unconscious, okay, getting shot right over to this Jupiter, the expansion of consciousness into the collective, into multi-dimensional consciousness, and then all of that getting filtered down to Venus. Venus being the lower octave of Neptune, the personal. Now it's been something. If we're talking about cycles, I think a big cycle kind of started around December and January. You may remember. It was intense with the Sun, Venus, Mercury gathering together with Saturn, Lilith, and Pluto, all up there in Capricorn. Oh my God. December and January were this, you know, it's like, let's get serious, let's get down. This is either going to make it or break it. We're going to build it or destroy it, or, whoa, hitting the wall, hitting the boundary, okay, you know, needing to step up into making a new game, maturing, becoming more of an elder, getting our shit together. And a lot of things going on in the collective world, in the external world, in the news and in the media. Why? Because almost all the planets were from Libra to Pisces. Yes, externalized transpersonal planets. So now we've got what? We got the Sun and Mercury and Gemini coming in, and, you know, Venus in Cancer, okay, and Venus is going to go into Leo, and these next few months, it's about inner, personal. It's time to get a little more subjective. It's time to make, you know, those personal changes in your personal life, in your own home, and go inward. So, you know, there's a time to be, you know, way out there, okay? And there's a time to, like, really, you know, come in and go, oh, I see, you know. It's not about reading about it in the paper or reading the different blogs or this, that, or the other thing. You know, it's about getting on the phone or going over to my friend's house and, you know, having tea together or, you know, whatever you're drinking. But, you know, it's really this beautiful time of sharing that I say really gives birth, yeah, to the new space. And it is about sharing. It is about love. It is about bringing our human nature to the table. And it's making social institutions, educational institutions, governmental institutions that provide safe space, that take the heart into consideration, that take people's need to be heard, to be seen, to be felt, to create and express themselves. When we make institutions, okay, that really honor the unique expression of individuals, that's the new paradigm. And that was what was so outrageous about Lightning in a Bottle, man. All the costumes and all the people, okay, and everybody looking different and unique, and, you know, this funny hat and these funny pants and these no shoes. Or, I mean, it's just like, you know, and it's diversity. We can be diverse. And that's what the new age, that's what the new paradigm, that's what the new world is all about. It's not letting our differences get in the way of connecting. And not letting our judgments separate us, but really seeing the whole, broadening the spectrum of human expression into the wild, crazy, kinky, quirky, funky setups and relationships and partnerships and businesses and everything. And it's just like, whew, it's such an exciting time to be alive. I hope that you really have a wonderful weekend with this grand trine. And here is the mantra for this week, right? It's time to take charge and spread the word that only together can we birth a new world. So this is a time of community, of uniting, of co-creating, and really pooling our intellectual ideas, our money, our finances, and our resources. It's coming out of our hermit cave of I've got to take care of I, me, my, and my car, and my house, and my business, and my health, and I, me. It's really time, and we will see the advantages. The more everybody starts thinking about everybody else, it's almost like you won't have to think about yourself so much because you got a whole bunch of people thinking about you. There's a village of people thinking about me. I'm covered. I can relax. When you get too individualized and you get too separated, it's like, oh God, I've got to take care of everything myself because nobody else is going to cover me. And this is what we can really kind of let go of and really join together. Yeah? So, one last time. It's time to take charge. I mean, that's the Pluto, Saturn, and Capricorn, right? You know, boom. It's time to take charge and spread the word. Sun, Mercury, and Gemini. Yes? That only together. Okay? Venus, Jupiter, Neptune, grand trine. Can we birth a new world? Mars going into Aquarius. The new age. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.